Hey, Sealand Middle School, Mr. Hudson coming at you with some important information about what our hybrid schedule looks like and just some other things that we'll need to know heading into this coming Monday, which is our first day. First of all, shout out to us in the community of Sealand. We are the first middle school in the Valley to bring students back into the building. So we're excited about that. Let's go. It's time. Okay, real quick. When we talk hybrid schedule, that means half of our students are coming in the AM, half of our students are coming in the PM. A through K and L through Z. So A through K is coming in the morning, L through Z is coming in the afternoon. However, we made a ton of exceptions to keep siblings on the same schedule. Siblings that John Campbell and Sis that already started, their sibling will be on the same schedule up here. So that's already been accounted for. Thank you to the hard work of Mr. Galloway and our awesome counselors, Mrs. Dahl and Mrs. Yergin. Just want to clarify a little bit. Some of our schedules are going to change for kids. You know, we had to cohort our students, which means kids are going to come into the building each day, go directly to their homeroom teacher, and they're going to stay in that class with the same group of kids, and the adults will be the ones that rotate from room to room to make sure we're doing the math, science, and the ELA. Really, we did that because working with the health district, if we have any outbreaks, then we only have to look at contact tracing within that cohort. So that's just the best we're going to do for our students and to get them here and to keep them here at that time. Your student's homeroom teacher recently sent them an email and say, hey, I'm your homeroom teacher. So that way your student knows where to go at the beginning of the day. On our website, you're also going to see if based on who your student's homeroom teacher is, you can look and see who their science and ELA teacher or math teacher is going to be as well. So just follow that link and there's some good information on there for you. The other thing I just want to reiterate is students who are on the AM schedule, that means they come here for live math, science, and ELA. School is from 8:20 to 10:50. The building will open at 8. Students will immediately go in and report directly to their homeroom teacher. When school's over at 10:50, we'll be sending them home with meals, both a breakfast and a lunch. And it's important that that afternoon time or that time between the AM and the PM schedule, there's a lot of cleaning we need to do to get ready for the next group of kids. So we don't have any outside supervision. So walkers, you need to immediately leave campus and walk home. Bussers obviously get on the bus. And parent pickup, we're just going to ask that you parents pick up your student in a timely fashion to the best as possible, because we can't have kids hanging out and waiting. That PM, so also if you're on AM schedule, it means you go home, you get lunch, and then you make sure that you do your specialists. You're going to have 2 specialist class that you have to work on each and every day. So even like on Wednesdays, when we don't have any kids in the building, you're going to have class that you need to work with for all 5 of your classes, your 3 core content classes and your 2 specialists. We are taking attendance every single day and every single period, even on Wednesdays. So students, make sure you're getting on Google Classrooms and you're doing that work each and every day. Our PM students, you're going to come to school from 12:20 to 2:50. Same thing, doors will open at noon. You'll come in, go right to your homeroom teacher. And then at 2:50, again, we have other things that are going on in the building. We don't have supervision, so you're going to have to immediately leave campus at 2:50 as well. The PM students, your class starts here at 12:20, excuse me. But in the morning, you need to make sure that you get up all 5 days. You're going to have work for your specialist classes. And again, just to reiterate, no live class here on Wednesdays. Wednesday is strictly an independent work day, so teachers will post work that you're going to have to work on from home. They'll have some live support sessions in case you have any questions. So the last thing for me is bus routes. As of right now, our middle school students are going to be riding the same routes as the younger students. So you'll see the link here. You can look up what time you need to be catching the bus. Hey, we appreciate it. We are so excited to finally get kids in the building. Now I'm going to kick it over to Mr. Starr. See you, Vikings.
All right, Vikings, so first day of school. What's going to happen is we have an online waiver for parents to fill out for that first day of school. We did it at the K-5 buildings, worked really great. So we're going to be making sure to have that link for you to make sure you have that filled out before your students come on that first Monday of school. Just remember, if you have any of those different kind of systems, make sure you're staying home. If the student comes to school and we have some of those symptoms or we have to test, we're going to have to be making some phone calls and figuring out how how we're going to move forward. On that first day of school, just like we did at the K-5 buildings, each student is going to get one of these cool packets. Each day, parents will be tearing one of these off and filling it all out. If you have students at the K-5 buildings, you already know how this goes, but just making sure the date, the school, the student's name, and parents sign and date that information. So you won't have these on the first day. We're going to be using the online waivers, but from then on, we're going to be using this. If student doesn't bring it, just know we're going to be making a phone call and just double checking to make sure the kid's safe to be here at school. Another thing that kids are going to be getting in their first day, if they need it, is a binder with all the supplies with pencils, dividers, pens, and all of that great stuff. If you have your own that you want to use, that's great, but just know we have all these supplies for every student at our school. Another gift that you're going to be getting as well is a lanyard and a lanyard holder. This is something that kids can put this in when they come in, and then we'll just be checking those. Masks. Make sure that you're wearing your mask appropriately. It's got to go over the nose and mouth, fully covered. As soon as kids get on this campus, they are wearing those masks until after they leave. We prefer the masks. If you have neck gaiters, we can do that, but just know that we prefer having those full masks that we have. Other materials to make sure you bring a charged Chromebook and ready to go for the day. Finally, water bottles. We're going to have our water bottles or our water station shut off. We're working on maybe being able to have the water bottle fillers open, but right now they're going to be all shut off. And so just make sure that if you want to have water or anything like that, to bring a water bottle, because again, we're limiting movement out of the classrooms and just want to make sure that we're following all the safety procedures. So just appreciate, again, all the work that you're doing at home. We've been seeing great success at the K-5 buildings, and we want to continue that here at Sela Middle School. All right, thank you. See ya.